I'm Dave Anderson. In this video, we'll review the money multiplier and money creation. This story begins with the monetary base, which is made up of bank reserves and currency in circulation. There are several ways to measure the money supply. Today, we'll look at the M1 money supply that is made up of currency in circulation and bank deposits that can be withdrawn by writing a check. A country's central bank, such as the Federal Reserve or Fed in the United States, can increase the monetary base by using money that was not part of the monetary base to buy treasury securities such as treasury bonds from commercial banks. This increases bank reserves, giving banks more money to lend out, and starts a series of events that increase the money supply. Suppose the Fed purchases $5,000 worth of bonds from a bank, which makes possible a $5,000 loan to you. We'll assume you deposit the money into your checking account, but you could also buy something from someone who deposits the money into their checking account. The Federal Reserve requires banks to hold a fraction of their deposits on reserve, either in the bank's vault or at the Fed. Let's say the required reserve ratio is 10%. Then your bank must hold 10% of your $5,000 deposit, which is $500, as required reserves, and the other $4,500 is excess reserves and can be lent out to someone else, like me. When that happens, more money is created, because you still have your $5,000 deposit, but I have a new $4,500 loan, so now we collectively have $9,500. I'll deposit my $4,500 into my checking account, and my bank can lend out 90% of that, or $4,050. This process can continue until all of the initial $5,000 is held as required reserves. Here we see the money creation process ending when the last penny is held as reserves. The bottom row shows the total amount of reserves, loans, and deposits that resulted from the initial $5,000 bond purchase. The money multiplier saves us the work of adding up all of the new deposits to see the increase in the money supply. The money multiplier is the total number of dollars created by each $1 of new money added to the monetary base. The money multiplier is 1 over the reserve ratio, which in our story is 1 over 0.1 or 10. So a $5,000 increase in the monetary base can increase the money supply by as much as 10 times $5,000 or $50,000. The increase in the money supply will be smaller if banks don't lend out all of their excess reserves or if loan recipients hold money as cash. It's your turn. Suppose the reserve ratio is 25%. What is the money multiplier, and what is the total increase in the money supply that can result from a Fed bond purchase of $1,000? The money multiplier is 4, and the money supply can increase by as much as $4,000. For years I've been explaining the money multiplier and money creation using these diagrams, and still many students say,
I'm not seeing how the money is created.
So I wanted to show you the moment of money creation. Remember, you have $5,000 in the bank, and the bank's going to carve out $4,500 of that to give to me as a loan. Could I have a loan, please? Thank you very much. Did you hear that? That was the sound of money creation. Now I can deposit this in my bank, and they can lend out 90% of that, and the money creation continues from there. When you withdraw your $5,000 deposit, your bank will have to give out fewer loans, and the money creation process will happen in reverse, thereby decreasing the money supply. That's the story of how our bank deposits and loans help to create money. At least when money doesn't grow on trees.